Hello, hello, can you hear me? Here we go. I'm on take 6 because I want to know when I stand over here, is my voice still clear? Okay, let's hope it's good to go because I'm moving on. I am moving on. Here we go. We are doing scientific notation today. And it's called notation because it's a shortcut for writing really big or really small numbers. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the big numbers and we're going to rewrite it as a number between 1 and 10 times 10 to some exponent. Remember, we're in a base 10 number system, so that this tells you where to put the decimal. For example, this is 10 to the 6 because the decimal is moved 6 places. So if I take this and I wanted to write it in standard form, I would take the decimal and move it to the right 6 places because positive means to the right. Over here, you would take the decimal and move it to the left 5 places, and that's how you would get this number. So it's pretty simple. Everything I just said is in this section right there. So we'll try a few by hand and then I'll show you how to do it even faster when your best friend TI-30SX Multiview. 9,300, by the way, don't you ever write a comma in my class. So the decimal goes after the first number so that I can write it between 1 and 10. So 1, 2, 3. There's the answer, 3. Okay, over here, the decimal goes after the first number, so right here. And that would mean I'm moving 1, 2, 3, 4 to the left. Okay, now I'm going to blow your mind here. Should I blow your mind now or should I do it later? I'll just do it later. I'll do it later. Why don't you try these on your own and then unpause. So remember, positive exponents will be for the bigger numbers, negative exponents will be for the smaller numbers. Positive moves the decimal to the right, negative moves the decimal to the left, and if I'm not moving the decimal at all, then it's 0, and because remember, anything to the 0 is 1. That is why we're doing scientific in my exponent chapter, because it involves exponents, and that is why I included in the chapter that also involves place value. Okay? And I can do this backwards and forwards. So let's look at what I got over here. I got the scientific notation, and you're going to write it in standard form. So where's the decimal when you don't see it? It's right after the number. Sorry for the bars on the paper. So I'm going to move this decimal, it's positive, to the right 9 places. And we're going to fill those spots with zeros if there isn't anything there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now the 9 doesn't mean there's always 9 zeros. For example, I have 1.2. I'm going to move this to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many zeros are there? Only 3, because one of those places was taken up with the 1. Alright. Now I'm going to blow your mind. I'll blow your mind now. So I have 9 times 10 to the 9th. Okay, so here's 9. I can write times 10 and then to get up a caret to the 9th. Or I can use another shortcut, because if something's pretty common, we'll have a button for it. You know, like squared is a common exponent, so we have a squared button, and square root's a common root, so I have a square root button. Well, the times 10 to the n is used for scientific notation. So here's times 10 to the n. Oh, I don't have to press green. It's not green. That's right. So there, and then I can just write the 9, and if I press enter, bam, there it is in standard form. Same thing over here. 1.2, and then my exponent was -4. Bam, there it is in standard form. It's got 3 zeros after the decimal. Now, if I wanted to put it in scientific notation, oh, you're going to love this. Go to mode, take it out of normal mode, and put it in scientific mode by pressing enter on top of that. So I'm going to clear to go back, and I'm going to go up here and press enter on this. So there it is in standard form, and if I press enter, bada boom, there it is in scientific notation. So the other thing we did was 9, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 zeros. Boom, just press enter in scientific mode, and it gives it to you in scientific notation. If you accidentally, if you were doing another problem and you saw this weird stuff before, you saw the calculator do scientific notation on its own when it wasn't in scientific mode, that's because the number was so huge, the calculator was like, I ain't got time for this, I'm gonna notate this. So there it is in scientific notation. Okay, so I got these other problems that I could totally like use my exponent rules for, because if I have like bases, I can add the exponents. So I guess I'll do it. And the numbers out in front, I like to call it coefficients. I'm still going to use the calculator for that. 5.1 times 1.4. And this is what I'm calling the by hand way, even though I'm using the calculator. Oops, I'm in scientific mode. I don't feel like being in scientific mode. I'm going to go back to normal mode. Clear. So it's still, it's 7.14. So this multiplies to make 7.14. And I got a 10. I'm going to do a -7 plus 18, so that's like 11. Okay, and that's that by doing it by hand. And let's see if that's right, though. Let me see if that's right. Is this between 1 and 10? Yes, it is. So I got it. This is scientific notation because my number's between 1 and 10. So there it is here. That's scientific notation. And then I want it in standard form also. I'm just going to use a calculator because I got to tell you, I am not in the mood to think. Oops, it's in scientific mode still. No? Oh, is it gonna not do it? I said, bestie, I won't do it. It's too big. The calculator said to me, I'm not doing it. I'm notating it. So this one you're gonna have to do yourself. So I got 7. I'm gonna move it 1, 2 places. That leaves me with what, 9 more? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And you could check that by putting that in the calculator and seeing if it comes out like this again. Okay, so I'm going to try this one by hand too. 1.63, they have like bases. So that means I'm going to subtract the exponents, 3 minus -8. And I'm going to divide the coefficients, 1.63 divided by 2.8. Oh, it's so long. It came a super long fraction. Oh yeah, I need that decimal. You know what? There's an easy way to do it. And it's called don't put the pieces in. Put the whole thing in. So I'm just going to do it the easy way from the beginning. It's time to get to the end of my show, my showstopper, called plug the entire thing in. Plugging it in, plugging it in. I can talk to you because I'm not even really using my brain, just using my fingers. Did I put that in right? Does this look exactly like this? No, the calculator has an X and this has a dot. Are you ever going to write X's? No, you are not. You're going to write dots. Oh my gosh, that's like Dr. Seuss. More rhyming. Are you going to write X's? No, you're not. You're going to write a dot. So here we go. And that's what I write. 5.821428.571 times 10 to the 10. All of these numbers are important. You know, the zeros I could have left off, but these aren't zeros. And then in decimal form, move that 10 places. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I got like a 0 after that. I got room for a 0. Don't forget, I also put other good scientific notation videos by the Mathematics guy and some other guy on there. So this is power rule. If I wanted to write this out, this is times itself 3 times, but I am not in the mood to do any of this work anymore. I'm just going to put this in the calculator. Times 10 to the n button even cuts down my time even more. Now I heard this, oh yeah, some lady's video I saw, she says get out of the sky, so go right and then put your parentheses down and then go back up to the sky, the exponent, to put the 3 in. Does this look exactly like this? Yes, it does. I press enter and it gives it to me in scientific notation. This number is so small because it's negative exponent, then decimal will end up going to the left. That it's not going to do standard form for me. See, I'm already in normal mode, and my calculator said I'm notating it, so get over it. So I'm going to move this to the left 19 places. One place for the 1 means I'm going to have 18 zeros. So I like to do them in threes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 1, 2, 5. Decimal. I put those spaces in there because it kind of helps me keep track of how many zeros I'm writing. Okay, so here's the deal. The deal is you can do everything in the calculator. If you want it in standard form, use normal mode. Standard form, normal mode. Scientific notation is in scientific mode. And then that is the end of the story. That makes it a very short story. This is why a math person will not write a story. The story goes, press buttons, press enter, the end. Okay, so I got other practice problems on here. You can just do it to it. See you later.